What is your most terrifying animal encounter? When I was young, I went fishing with my dad and my best friend. We waded out through some deeper water to reach the shallow sandbar where we fished for quite a while. The tide came in, and the water that had been just above my ankles was now above my waist. Suddenly, a large shark, about 7 to 8 feet, crashed through a school of mullet only a few feet away from me. Dad saw it, my best friend saw it, and for a second, we all three just kind of froze with our mouths hanging open. Quietly, calmly, Dad told us to walk back to shore, splashing as little as possible. We did, but the tide had come in, and I wasn't as tall as the other two guys. The deeper water between the sandbar and shore reached their chests, but I could hardly keep my head above water while my feet barely bounced along the bottom, and I struggled to hold my fishing rod up out of the water. I was completely helpless, while we knew that a hungry shark was swimming somewhere in the area. It felt like a scene out of a nightmare, trying to run from an invisible monster, but my feet could barely touch the ground and I was hardly moving. I know, and even knew in that moment, that I had little chance of being eaten by a shark, especially one who is focused on fish. Still, if I ever were to be attacked, that was the moment, and I was utterly defenseless. A few years later, a man was ended just a few miles away when he jumped off his dock and into the path of a large bull shark that was chasing mullet.